Your trauma does not define you. And being emotionally sensitive does not make you broken. And yes, sometimes it's okay to have people walk on eggshells around you. Stay with me now. Stay with me. So probably some of y'all grew up in chaos, or you were like the too sensitive kid, or you could have learned to like shrink yourself so other people wouldn't feel uncomfortable around you. I'm pretty sure somewhere along that way you were told this is just who you are because of what happened to you. Honestly, no. Right? What happens to you is a chapter in your life, but it's not the author. Stay with me now. There's a difference. First of all, I want to get this out the way, alright? Trauma does not equal your identity. Trauma shapes your nervous system, and it can influence your triggers. It can affect how you attach, who you trust, how you react, but it does not decide your values. It does not decide your character. It does not decide your future. Alright? Psychologists, I'm probably gonna say this wrong. I'm gonna put it right there. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not gonna try either. But basically, he was talking about how trauma isn't what happens to you. It's what happens inside of you as a result of what happened. And what happens inside you, that means it can be healed, rewired, and it can grow. Neuroplasticity is real. I don't even know that word for real. I had to search it up before I said this, but it's neuroplasticity. Okay? You are not permanently stamped by pain. Indeed. Now, number two. Now, the second thing I want to get to is that emotional sensitivity is strength, right? But only when it is used the right way. Stay with me, okay? All right, so some people feel everything deeply, like tone shifts, energy shifts, micro expressions, or silence. Just those little things I like, but that feels like it's everything to them. And the world's gonna tell you you're too much, you're too dramatic, or you need thicker skin. But I feel like the only pros of this whole thing is that sensitivity does eventually become awareness, right? If we just remove that overthinking part and just look it in the face, right? Sensitivity is awareness, and it's emotional intelligence. It's often empathy at a level that other people just don't have. Without sensitive people, there wouldn't be any art. Okay, now, think about it, right? There'd be no deep friendships. There'd be no emotional depth, right? It's just I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like you get what I mean, so we're gonna keep going. So what I'm saying is, being sensitive isn't a weakness, but it is a unregulated sensitivity that does hurt you. So there's a difference there. I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about that. I mean, I've been around my fair share of emotionally sensitive people, and I feel like I don't really have nothing too much to say except if you are that person, bro, don't make people walk on eggshells around you. I'm not saying hold back your feelings or whatever, or your emotions, but it's if you know this person is gonna affect that, you being sensitive, then you should probably just don't even be around them. Give you and him or her, whatever person, right? You and that person, if you just stay away from each other, then there's no eggshells needed to be stepped on. Eggshells, right? So, is it toxic to make people walk on eggshells? I would say sometimes. What people call walking on eggshells is just basic emotional accountability. If someone says, hey, yelling is triggering for me, right? And you say, so now I gotta walk on eggshells? No, you just have to regulate yourself, really. There's a difference between controlling people and having boundaries. If someone respects your triggers while you're actively working on healing, that's not manipulation, it's mutual care. I'm saying that as the only really pro to this, for real. I feel like everything else comes with this certain thing is just gonna be, it's just negative. Like, I can't think of one good other reason to make people walk on eggshells around you, because I feel like that's just dumb, you know? If you just, bro, it's just like, can't be the only one in your whole friend group that everybody just gotta be like, oh, are we allowed to say that? Oh, should I hold my tongue? Bro, I know he won't like to say it, but he being that right now. It's like, dude, man, like, dude, that's not, dude. Yeah, the balance here is that your trauma isn't your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. You don't weaponize your wounds, you don't justify hurting other people, and you don't avoid growth. Because the thing is that you could say, I'm working on this, and still expect respect. It's like you don't go to a gym and start laughing at the fat dude. He's at the gym to lose the fat. At least he's put it in the work. You can't really hate on that. So if somebody is like, yo, you're like this or like that, and you're like, oh, I'm working on that, boom, there's no point in going past that. That's all it needs. That's all it needs to be heard. And that was, in that whole, I would say, is responsibility without shame. That is a big thing that a lot of people just don't really do nowadays, and it's just weird, honestly, bro. Like, there's no shame in just being responsible. Let me know if I'm tripping, yo, because now when it comes to identity shifts, you're not the anxious one, damaged one, difficult one, sensitive one, right? You're just someone who adapted to survive. Look, you get what I mean. I feel like you do, so we're gonna keep going. So along with that, I would say that survival strategies are not personality traits. Hold on. Survival strategies are not personality traits. The most powerful thing you can do is separate what happened to me from who I choose to become. You can be soft and strong. You can be soft, not soft, whoa. You can be sensitive and regulated, triggered and healing. You are not your trauma. You are the person who survived it, and that in itself is powerful. I don't know how to snap. To close this, all right, all these topics that we went through, I just want to say that eventually, right, as this channel continues to grow and such, I really hope that I can create a space where sensitivity isn't shamed. And there won't be any, y'all, let's be for real, it's 2026, all right? I think bullying in the past, leave the bullying in the past, bro. It's 2026. You will bully, you're lame. You taking people lunch money, just say you broke, boy. I hope one day I can build that kind of just straight positive and unshameful and understanding audience like that. Because my main reason for making this whole account was so I could just create a sense of community, right? I just wanted to make a space where people feel comfortable just talking, and without having to hold their tongue. You're just able to, yeah, I can relate to this, or this happened to me. Oh, I had something like that. This is what it was, right? And there won't be no negativity. But yeah, this account, like, I'm really just trying to make videos of really just me speaking like this, all right? Just me going on a rant, or maybe one day I'll do a smoke session. Maybe in another video I'll do one like my first video, which was advice on how to blow up as an artist nowadays. Maybe another video I'll do a studio session. Y'all can see how I work and what my processes are when I'm making the song. Speaking of my songs, bro, right there's my music, bro. Right there's my account. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm not doing that shit ever again, bro.